Oh, hi everybody, it's DeTracy. I'm just sitting here because as many of you know, we've got our big symposium that's just starting up right now. And I thought before the Zoom room opens in a few minutes, that if anyone was having trouble or needed a code or any other assistance for this weekend's event, that I would just hang out here for a few minutes and see if I can help you. So if you do have any questions or need any assistance, here I am, and I'm ready to assist if anyone needs any assistance. Or in the meantime, if you just want to send me a question or on anything, that's fine too. And in a few minutes, we'll be going back to our main Zoom session. And so if you need help entering that, just let me know. I see, Carla, you're here. Hi. So good to see you on Zoom a few minutes ago, and I'm so glad that you're going to be with us this weekend. And let's see if anybody else is. I'm seeing that there's some other people coming in too. Yeah, it's a little bit complicated as we're maneuvering through all of these new technological wonders. But I'm very happy to be able to do it. And while this is modern technology, there certainly was a lot of ancient technology in the cultures that are so near and dear to our hearts, ancient Egypt, ancient Greece. During my trip to Egypt recently, I got to actually go down into the crypt where they have the famous light bulb images at the Temple of Dendera. And it was very interesting to stand in front of those and look at them, and I can attest that they're just as enigmatical when you're standing in front of them as they are in the images in the books. There is something strangely technological about them, and it does make some sense from an electrical point of view. I know things can be misleading, and we as humans try to impose familiar patterns on things and see things, will immediately make comparisons that we don't even realize that we're making. So maybe it really is a giant lotus blossom and has nothing to do with being a giant light bulb. But it certainly is compelling to look at it just a few inches away because the crypt it's in is extremely narrow. So really to even look at the images, you have to kind of put yourself up near almost against the opposite wall. And that's interesting too, that something that would seem to be so important is so concealed. And you literally have to, go down a huge step down through a tunnel, crawl through something, and then you're in this crypt that has this imagery. So it would not have been publicly known imagery. So if it was meant to convey something secret, that's certainly a place for it to be a secret. It's one of 14 crypts beneath that temple. And that, of course, corresponds to individual parts of Osiris in the Osirian mysteries. So let's see. Hi. Hello. As I say, I just wanted to be here in case anyone was having trouble getting into our main Zoom events, which are going to be starting up in just a few minutes ago. Starting up in just a few minutes ago. Well, I'm obviously experiencing some time shifts here at the moment, which doesn't surprise me because we certainly have lots of things going on. And there's the old, phrase that time is what keeps everything from happening at once. Sometimes it doesn't feel like it's doing that good a job of keeping everything from happening at once. But I'm very glad that everyone is so far having a good time. And I will be kind of on the fringes, hoping to help with anyone that encounters any difficulties. I'm seeing someone's trying to message me from another mode. Okay, that's not something that I have to pay attention to. And that makes me kind of happy. So anyway, I am going to go cut out here if there's no immediate questions or anything. Maybe I'll leave this open just in case there is a last minute problem of some sort. So you never know. I'm trying to also monitor last minute tickets too. So it's an interesting time. We're definitely getting more of a sense of the technical help that we need. We could definitely use one more person kind of darting to and fro. I've got someone else monitoring the main phone in the office too. So if some desperate person calls us, they will get an answer too. So it requires a little bit more back end than I think we necessarily realized. And so we're learning as we are doing. And oh, hi, Linda. Yes, I'm just hanging out here in case anyone has problems or questions or anything, and hopefully I can help if that's the case. And the room should be opening up in just a couple more minutes, and so then we will be back at Zoom, and I will be there too. So I may end up leaving this open just so someone can get my attention if they need to. But as I mentioned before, we're just kind of figuring out what kind of back end we really need to be handling this. And it's got its own complexities. You know, on the surface of it, it sounds so simple as compared to actually having live people and coordinating meals and running around and everything. But there's still a little bit more of a mystery involved in how we do it with this. That we've kind of got down, more or less. But here we're a little bit learning as we're doing it. So that's an expansion for us as well. So anyway, I think we're almost ready to start in on Zoom. Let me see if I can go there at the same time and maybe get in here. So love to all of you. Love those little flying hearts as they drift up, these pretty little bubbles. Oh, Gianluigi, all right, from Italy. Do you have Gianluigi, do you have a code for our symposium? Because we have this, you know, major event this weekend, and I don't know if you've got access to it, but if you can get on Zoom, that's where we're doing the symposium. And I can give you an access code for that if you would like to. Yes, so this is for you. And you can see the schedule and everything on my main Facebook page. But you can, this is, no, I'm not ending that, okay. This is, if you want to join us on Zoom, Gianluigi, I think you're the only one. Val Dorado, I don't know Val off the top of my head, but if you do want to join our symposium, you can use that code to do so. And that will be good for you for the weekend. So anyway, I'm hearing Zoom start going off, so I think we are going to be able to go to Zoom, and coming on now. If there's anything else I can do for anybody, let me know. I'll leave this window open a little bit just in case there's any pending questions that I haven't dealt with, and I will be seeing you on Zoom. Oops, I've got to do this so I can read the chat. Okay. I'm discovering I need like a monitor this big to keep all these windows open and to monitor everything that I need to. So, okay. Going back to Zoom.
Share that.
There you go, Annie. Woohoo!
Do slideshow. Okay, that works out great. Can people still see me too in the corner?
Yes.
We're in the little corner. You're in the very bottom of it.
I'm in the little corner. Sometimes the slide won't make sense, so it'll be me. So, Beltane is May 1st and through 4th. And if you're a pagan, it's on the weekend where you don't have to work and you can skip out to see your friends. So this time of year calls us forth to celebrate the fertility of flowers, field, and relationships. A time to purify, to cleanse, to bring fertility, a time for renewal, a time to plant the seeds of our future, our harvest, which almost always comes from the seeds we dare and bother to plant. Ancient folk jumped the Beltane fire, herded their cattle between two fires on their way to summer pastures, all for purification and renewal. Today is the beginning of the merry month of May and the wearing of the green, in honor of the earth's new spring garment. And the grasses are raised and the hills are green. In Ireland, even now, in our golden California, it looks like Ireland. The maiden of spring joins with the lord of the waxing year, the horned god, the divine masculine. There are many names for these beloved seasonal archetypes, depending on the culture and the tradition. They bring a reminder of the sacred, as well as union and fertility. After our ritual, we'll look at the relationship between the jade pillar of Osiris and Osiris himself and the green man of the Celts. I love the abundance of seasonal flowers at May Day, and the festivities bring them all forward. These are my ceanothus that I love dearly, and they are filled with bees. I went out this morning and took this photo, and it was just wonderful to see them being fertilized and cared for by the bees. I picked flowers early today with the dew still on and made a garland for my hair from things from my garden. These are mostly calendula with a little borage, and there's that little bit of ceanothus at the top. If you have any fresh ivy around, you can just quickly wrap it around your head and plop it on. It pretty much looks good no matter what you do to it. It handles the casual winding very well and lasts for the whole day. So we wear the crowns for ourselves, we make them for others, and we see them as a reminder of the circle of life. And we also come together when we can, and we fill a table with flowers and water to make these crowns together. On the this is a beautiful bunch of flowers too. Here's the maypole, and the maypole has a garland of flowers on the top, as you can see. It's the hugest garland in the celebration, and it represents the goddess's spring beauty. Sometimes we make a gate. We call it the yoni gate. It has flowers and beauty and ribbon put on it to call for the beautification of all of us, and represents the beauty of woman, spirit, and body. Women will tend this gate and wait for the men to arrive. Then arm in arm, together they process to the maypole in a gay manner, which completes the cycle of the releasing, letting go, and the depth of the purging ritual the night before. I had many dreams and many opportunities last night to feel things. Mostly for me, it was about forgiveness. There seemed to be these events in my life that drag me, they drag along with me. They're hardly ever in my conscious mind, but last night they came up for me, and I was able to forgive myself mostly for having, participated, but also the people that were involved. It felt very good, and I fell deeply asleep afterwards. So I hope you have the chance this weekend to access that for yourself and let go of things you're ready to let go of, and then make room for the leaping forth and the beauty and the newness that's going to happen as the sun leads us forward into summer. Plant some seeds today. Today is your day to plant sacred seeds with blessings. Each seed thoughtfully held. You can put them in your mouth. The biodynamic gardening people hold seeds in their mouth. They hold 9 seeds in their mouth for at least 9 seconds to imbue that seed with the energy of their own being, so that seed will recognize you when you come out into the garden to be with it. So you can You don't have to do that, and especially if they're commercial seeds, don't do it. But you can be with your seeds in a way of blessing. And when those seeds go in the soil and you honor the seed in the soil with their union, and then you pour water over it, it's all a sacred act, as so many of us know already. So plant some seeds today and make blessings for abundance. And you may end up with a beautiful garden. Here's a lovely pagan garden that someone created. So I want to talk a little about the cross-quarter holiday. The veil of the worlds of the human and magical realms is thin today, as during Samhain and Halloween. Twice a year, the fairy realm joins in the dance with humans, from blossom and forest, river and field. A wonderful song depicting this is Tam Lin, a legendary ballad originating from the Scottish borders. It's about losing yourself in Fae and being found again, and in fact, being saved by true love. I once sang all 27 verses late in the night around the balefire, and as I reached the climax lines, a shooting star blazed across the sky, as if to mark the power of this song and of the message. Mother Bear was there, and she might remember. Later tonight, she will lead us in such a virtual bardic storytelling time. So my wish for you to attend is that your star song blaze forth from the balefire and honor and call you out into the world. So a circle will be our opening song, and as we call forward into the ritual, we'll act as if we are in circle. Imagine ourselves creating a circle in your own space, in the altar, in the temple of your home, in your heart, in your heart. The circle is forming now, even as we want it to be. And so we begin with the energy of this festival, which is bright and lively. And let us create sacred space by singing together. Here we have our song. We are a circle within a circle, with no beginning and never ending. We are a circle within a circle, with no beginning and never ending. We are a circle within a circle, with no beginning and never ending. We are a circle within a circle, with no beginning, never ending.
Beautiful.
Call in the elements. This is another song. If you have a sistrum, this is a great song for a sistrum. You could play that. Isis, weave your circle tight, fill it with thy holy light. Earth, air, fire, and water, bind us to you. Let's leave your circle tight, fill it with thy holy light. Earth, air, fire, and water, bind us to you.
I love you. Oh, you got the message about the outfits, right?
Isis is here weaving our circle together. She unifies this group as we are the temple of Isis, and we declare it now.
Charlie, this way.
We call to the goddess, the queen of spring, our May queen. She is Flora, she who has come out from the underworld and is greeting us now in her brightness, in her glory, with all her flowers surrounding her and giving us the offering of vitality, the youthful spirit, the pure maiden beauty of flowers bright. Please crown our spring festival with your delight. Be here now. Oh, she will bring the buds in spring and laugh among the flowers. In summer's heat, her kiss is sweet. She sings in leafy bowers. She cuts the cane and gathers the grain. The fruits of fall surround her. Her bones grow old in wintry cold. She wraps her cloak around her. And she will bring the buds in spring and dance among the flowers. In summer's heat, her kiss is sweet. She sings in leafy bowers. She cuts the cane and gathers the grain. The fruits of fall surround her. Her bones grow old in wintry cold. She wraps her cloak around her. Thank you, Lady of Spring. And who goes with the lady but the Green Man? And the Green Man is one of my favorite things on this earth. I thank you so much for allowing me to call the Green Man in today. Except I'm going to share this honor with someone else. And here we go. Hope you can hear this.
When she danced on the water and the wind was her board, the lady laughed and everything was born. And when she lit the sun and the light came and birth, the Lord of the dance was to hear on the earth. So wherever you may be, I am the Lord of the dance, my dear, and I live in you. If you live in me, and I'll leave you all in that I be. Dance in the circle when the wind hits the high. I dance in the air and I never fly. I dance on the waves of the clear to me. For I am the Lord of the waves, Mr. Me. So dance, dance, wherever you may be. I am the Lord of the dance, right here. And I'll live in you. If you live in me, I'll leave you all in that I be. I dance in the rain. I dance in the wind and rain. You cut the ground, I turn up the lane. For in spring I am Lord of the dance again. So dance, dance, wherever you may be. I am the Lord of the dance, right?
So there's a lot more verses. I love that song. I hope you know it already, most of you. And it's on your song sheet with all the verses. I dropped all my notes. Hold on. That was very exciting. Where am I? Oh, let's ask the Green Man and the Goddess to be with us now. Thank you both for being with us in our right, in companionship. Thank you, God. Thank you, Lord and Lady, God and Goddess. They are both crowned with the Mayflowers of the Sweet Woodruff, which we'll be drinking in a minute. So, Cernunnos, your vitality, your youthful spirit is here. Thank you so much, you ancient and bold one. We dance around the maypole, inviting love, light, magic, union, and fertility together. As we weave our power and magic, intertwining the ribbons of our intentions and blessings, together as one, we empower creative energy to accompany and guide us through the growing season of this year. As you're with the maypole ribbons, your opportunity is to pray and dance at the same time, and make your dance a prayer, and make your prayer a dance. And make wishes and prayers for yourself, for your community, and indeed for the world. As we weave our love and dreams together, in the center of that circle of hands is your prayer, is your perfect prayer that you wish to make, your petition. What wishes and petitions do you make to the gods today? What would you call forth into the circle as we weave? Feel free to journal that later or speak it to another if you're present with someone right now. So we are going to weave our magic and sing the songs of weaving as we go forth to the circle. We are imagining ourselves with the piper and the Flora, goddess of May, together dancing us into the circle. Here are some of the songs we use. We all come from the goddess, and to her she shall return like a drop of rain, flowing to the ocean. Hoof and horn, hoof and horn, all that dies shall be reborn. Corn and grain, corn and grain, all that falls shall rise again. We are weaving our magic, we are weaving our power, we are weaving our love. We are weaving our magic, we are weaving our power, we are weaving our love. We are weaving our magic. We are weaving our power. We are weaving our love. Spiraling into the center of the wheel. Spiraling into the center of the wheel. We are the weavers. We are the woven ones. We are the dreamers. We are the dream. We are the weavers. We are the woven ones. We are the dreamers. We are the dream. Spiraling into the center of the wheel. Spiraling into the center of the wheel. We are the weavers. We are the woven ones. We are the dreamers. We are the dream. We are the weavers. We are the woven ones. We are the dreamers. We are the dream. As you know, if you're out in the meadow dancing, that might be 20 minutes of those songs. And we can always use more musicians. So if you want to come to Isis Oasis next year and join us for reals, we need the singers and we need some drummers and some fairy dancers. So please join us and we will make merry. For it is the time to enjoy each other's company. Babies are conceived in joy within the beauty and unfurling of May flowers. And then they're born at Bridget, at the same time that lambs are born the following spring. And the sacred seeds that you plant now will bring an abundant fall harvest. So plant the inner seeds of projects you want to complete in this year cycle. We love and hope for a good year, and we cultivate and water our garden, and we water those seeds with the joy and with the continuing presence of these dreams and wishes in our lives. So as the ribbons are wound and the dance is completed, we arrive at the center together. We scatter seeds to the May King and Queen as a blessing. And here is my seed prayer to you. Let's share this deepening. I imbue these sacred magical seeds with this blessing, a heartfelt prayer. That every human continue to awaken to their true being, their potential and fulfillment in this life. We call for the great change to unfold. From this working, from this day, together we create a world of common cause and collective will. Multiple futures converge on the present moment. Anything is possible. Let us join and weave a colorful vision, encourage a direction and fullness of aliveness of caring community working together. Now we more deeply know what it is like to live separate and be isolated, risking darkness, depression, and suicides. What direction we can create from this important moment in time, the great pause. An initiation, an opportunity emerges, one that we are seeing already in the form of solidarity, compassion, and care. I pray today and empower the sunflower seeds that I plant and water. I wish for community as we wind the ribbons around this maypole of common unity today. May it be so. May it be so. May it be so. Those are the seeds of last year, the acorns. Plant the acorns, make more oak trees. They will bring us oxygen and they will feed the deer and the wildlife around us. So I'm going to bring the May wine out now over here. So the May wine, if you happen to get my recipe, is very simple to make, but you do need to plant sweet woodruff. So sweet woodruff is like a whorled plant like this, and it lives in the shade, and it smells very sweet, and especially this time of year, it makes its white flowers. And if you dry it first, the taste is really excellent, and you imbue it into the wine, and you infuse it for just a few hours in the wine. You put some sugar in your wine, and it's just absolutely delightful. And then the spirit of strawberries, the first fruits of the season. You can eat them now, and I hope you have enough and some to share. Or you can drop one in your wine. So I raise my glass to each one of you, that we may all have the spirit of nature within us as we drink together the sacred waters of this earth, the wine made from last year's fruits and the fresh fruits of spring. May we all enjoy this time together and know ourselves truly as common and as one human race, one set of beings on one planet. That's good. Really good. So, where am I here? This is so interesting doing this by myself. I hope I'm getting responses from anybody. People haven't left yet, have they?
No, you're good, Annie.
I'm going to share a song with you since I have a few minutes. This is a blessing, a food blessing song that that came to me during a harvest dinner, and I think it's really a valuable short song. If you don't already have one for your circle, it's very simple, and it goes like this. Praise earth from whom this food has come. Praise soil and wind and rain and sun. Bless all of those who lent a hand, and thank the spirit of the land. Any excuse to drink more May wine. Mother Bear, you're going to be drinking wine tonight with all your circle people. Got something special planned, I hope so. I'll bring my May wine to the party. Woohoo! So let us just take a moment seriously to call the King and Queen of the May, the God Goddess, the divine union, the divine spirit within each of us, animus and anima, that which brings the polarity of this world into union. Please help us hold our magic and receive the wishes of this circle. Please to magnify and transform each prayer beyond dream into manifestation, that each planting of seeds will become a full and abundant harvest in this year's cycle. So mote it be.
So mote it be.
We thank our God and Goddess for being in our circle. We wish them well. We say, fare thee well, and go if you must, stay if you will. And we also dismiss our elementals, the earth, the air, the fire, the water. All from air into air, let the misty curtains part. All is ended. What has been by ancient art must marry meet and marry part and marry meet again. Huzzah! Go ye forth and frolic and multiply in the field. And the year cycle rolls around and we will play together again. We have lots of chances to get together in the year cycle of the Celts or in the year of the Egyptian cycle, which I believe Michael Starsheen will be telling us about on Sunday. So come back for that talk. So now I'm just going to give a little bit of talk to understand, help us all understand how the, how do I stop screen sharing? Like that,
Stop.
Right?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, I'm a professional. All right, so this last little bit is about the relationship of Osiris and the Celtic Green Man. So Egyptian mythology is related to this Celtic European celebration we just received, and may even be the origin point for both so many millennia ago, as so many things came from Egypt through Greece, Rome, to integrate into the culture of the barbarian world of Europeans north. Let's take a look at the Jed Pillar, Osiris and the Green Man. The dead pillar is the oldest symbol of Osiris and was of great religious significance to the ancient Egyptians. It symbolizes his backbone and his core strength, his true core energy when he was in pieces before he was recovered by Isis to create his green man renewal, and this now symbolically represents his body. The jet pillar is the oldest symbol of Osiris, and it is still being used. There's one at Isis Oasis. I should have got a picture of that, I suppose. Is the jet pillar up, still happy and sitting by the steps, Justin, at the
Definitely. And actually, we've moved it into a more prominent location with 2 sphinxes on either side of it.
Awesome. Okay. Well, we used the jet pillar one time years ago. Lorianne brought it forward, and we were doing the maypole then right in the lawn. And so the jet pillar was right there with the maypole, and we brought Osiris into the circle. It was really a magical year. I don't remember what year that was, maybe 2002 or something like that. It was a while ago, but I learned a lot about the jet pillar at that time. So the green man and the Osiris of Egypt, you know, sometimes has a foliate green color. And he's a vegetation deity as well as all of his other multitasking things he does. And he's similar to the green man of the European Celtic origins, of which I showed you this drum. This is a depiction of the European green man. And so the green man has been worshipped for thousands of years all over the world. And Osiris, his multitasking abilities include god of fertility, agriculture, the afterlife, the dead, resurrection, life, and vegetation for the ancient Egyptians. And he does have a green-skinned entity sometimes. And, his worship took many forms. But I'd like to say that the green man also represents the growing and the dying of vegetation. So what we have here is a god who's a cyclical god of the seasons. He comes forth, he springs forth as the green blade of spring. He begins to be cultivated in the agricultural sense of a sheaf of wheat, and then he is harvested and cut down. And that cutting down is signified by the death. There's something here. What do you got there for us? Okay, there's an Osiris right there that's being held up. Good. So they have this similarity as a cyclical god, a cyclical archetype of nature. And so does the May Queen, as that song we sang about her bringing the buds in spring and being the leafy bower of summer, harvesting the fruits and the grains, and then the cloak of winter wrapped around her. She is our own life cycle, Maiden Mother Crone, and she is the year cycle as the earth, flows and ebbs through the seasons. So we have these wonderful ways we can be in tune with the seasons of the year, and I encourage you, from whatever works for you, whether it's a Celtic or whether it's Greek and Roman classical mythology, or whether it's Egyptian mythology, to find a way to use these things in your life. They're not just theory, and of course scholarship is amazing because it shares all of this with us, but we can bring it forward in our altars and in our actions each season. So that's really all I wanted to say. Since I've lost the last of my Egyptian notes. There's lots more about the Jed pillar. I'm not an Egyptian scholar. There's others who could tell you lots more about it. But you can see the Jed pillar all over Egypt. We saw it on the walls, carved into the walls of the temple. So let's think of the Jed pillar as the risen body of Osiris, his masculinity, his male essence, strength. And they raised that Jed pillar in May when we plant seeds. And so too the Jed was raised in either March through May to celebrate the harvest of grain in Egypt. They had an opposite harvest time from us. So the rising and dying of the green man is what I leave you with. And I am finished with this presentation. Thank you so much for attending.
Does anyone have any questions for Annie? The best thing is to actually do them via chat. You have a little chat button that if you go to more, you can see a chat. We have a couple minutes aside for Annie to actually answer questions on the Green Man, on Osiris, on Beltane. Give her your love and your comments via the chat if you want to. This is the time to kind of do it. If you want to ask your questions, just please put them in your chat, and then I'll go ahead and read them out loud, or we can actually go to this. Lois Love just says, Annie, wonderful to see you all. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Annie, is there anything you would like to share, an intention? The one thing, because you know, this is the first time we're doing this as a Zoom magicalness. So where would you like to, anything you would like to leave us with?
Just to remind you, through this ritual, through your own planting of seeds, through that feeling in your heart that you have each spring when you come forward out of winter and feel an uplift, to use this time as a springboard for yourself into the summer, that the sun, you know, is waxing. The sunlight is waxing for another 6 weeks until summer solstice, and we can, you know, be imbued with that energy and take us forward and make things happen, have the blessings of our life spring out and grow with the seeds we plant in our hearts. So that's my intention. And in this special time right now where the world is on pause, I really encourage everyone to feel inside yourself the world you really want. Let's dream on a new way of being, a new normal, not that old normal that we miss, but feeling that that Osiris, the Green Man, and the deities of Isis and the Great Mother Goddess are with us, guiding us to a world, the world that is important for us to experience and for our children and grandchildren to have forever.
Beautiful. And on that note, we're going to end it here. I invite everybody to attend the next class, which is going to be our beautiful sacred theater in your daily life, sacred ritual, and that's going to start at 5. So you can come early, but I invite everybody. Thank you all for being here. Many blessings. May the Divine Mother bless us all. Mahamundi, Mother of all souls. May we set her intention in the dark of her womb, and may we bring forth the dreams we want to dream and the destiny we wish to walk. And as you always say, Annie, in that beautiful quote put in all your emails, I love that quote.
It's about the journey.
Exactly. It's not the path we walk. And so on that note, blessings. Everybody please come back at 5, and we give you all the blessings we have to give.
Happy Beltane, everyone. Blessed be.
Blessed be.
Okay, well, the symposium session has ended, and I'm going to leave this space in just a moment, and let me know if you need any help. You can text me via Facebook or by my phone. All right, bye.
Who's that?
Hmm?
Who are you saying that